Tubes, this is Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're having another look at the ATAT Walker from Bandai. I believe it's 1 in 144 scale. I may be wrong. I've got this. Well, let's just show it on the other side first. Still plain on that side, apart from the base colours I've put down. I've done everything on this side. I'm going to leave the head and the neck and the rear and the top for until I've done the other side, and then I'll connect all three. So let's just look at the side, and I'll show you the belly, which I've also weathered. Everything's done in acrylics, AK, Vallejo. I don't think I used anything else on that one. I did use an aluminium metallic. It looks almost white. There's a splodge there. Mostly though it's all paint, and there is a tiny like a screw underneath, a moulded screw, not one that I put in. These will have, I've got to tidy them up a bit and tidy some of the overpaint up, but once I've given this a coat, I'm deciding whether to coat it or not, to be honest with you, like a clear coat, but I will put some varnish. I don't think I'll go to town, they're too shallow to put UV resin in, but I just, it's my own interpretation. I wanted like a grey black internals for all the the machinery and stuff, and as I say, I just decided to use these as lights rather than panels, just to show a bit of brightness and amongst all the grey. Obviously you've got this one up here as well, a couple of lights just showing in there, and I've put a couple of lights here as well. But yeah, really nice. I've what I wanted to show with these two, we see the in the Star Wars films, the originals, then they're nearly always like a light grey, and obviously in later films they've been used. They've shown them in different terrain, swamps and all that, where they give them slightly different colours. These are my own. My idea is that the Walker, this is after the Empire has more or less fallen, so when Grand Admiral Thrawn is trying to get the Empire back, more or less, and this is on a world that's risen up and overthrown the Imperials, but the capital city and main spaceport is still in Imperial hands, but they're being besieged. Gav's imagination working overtime as always. And this is the last of their walkers. The whole company of walkers has, through attrition, has been wiped out, which is why she's so beat up, and she's become a bit of a what do they call it? I'm lost for words now. But a figurehead for the defending Imperial infantry, because when they're really hard pressed, she lumbers around some buildings and does the business. So on the outside, she's really knocked about because they can't spare the time to have her overhauled. So I've saying like these colours here, these are local armoured panels that they've had made and replaced damaged ones. So I gave it a different like this yellowy green colour, and I'll obviously do the other. I won't do any on the top, but I'll just do these two side panels like that. And obviously we've got different patinas and scrapes, and just where they just haven't been able to do the maintenance. And there's a couple of different blaster damage. I didn't want to go overboard, but at the same time, it needed to show that she's been doing a lot of combat all by herself. So yeah, she's a she. They all are, aren't they? So I've got a blaster mark here, one further on the ankle there, one up here, and yeah, and the other two there. And I'm trying to show different areas. Panels have been replaced. I'm using this obviously just to break the illusion. This is obviously the back of a Panther tank or a Tiger tank. This part, if you didn't know, when these were originally built in Pinewood Studios, they went out and bought, I don't know if it was hundreds, but a lot of kits back in the 1970s of different scales, and they use them to make all these different, the different greeblies. So there's turrets here, from, I'd say, underneath particularly. Not sure these look a turret shape. I'm not sure if they are. They probably are. But so this is off a Tiger tank or a Panther tank, the exhausts. So I've actually used her as I'm saying, I have got a book on Star Wars vehicles, and it didn't, although it did like an artist's impression on what's inside. Now, it didn't really go to any detail. So I'm just using this as like an exhaust port for the cooling systems of the actual machinery. Because she uses I won't say nuclear reactors, but there's these two under a belly I'll show you in a minute are the ones that powers the machine itself. So right, we'll turn her over just to show you the weathering underneath. If you can see, well, you can't see. There you go. A bit hard to see. I'll take some photographs and we'll use those. But I've really used. She's quite beat up underneath, obviously. A lot of corrosion and whatever. But yeah, really nice. The head does move around a bit, up and down. I'll tilt her slightly to one pose eventually. Same with the feet here. She's a bit wobbly. But I haven't actually fitted her down. I might actually magnetise the foot. I'm not sure yet, just to keep it stable. I've got an idea what I'm going to do. Like having her not under repair as such, but I've got an idea anyway. So yeah, that's it. That's as far as I've got so far. It's a long-winded process. As I say, it's all in acrylics over a satin varnish. Just it makes the acrylics move and they don't coffee stain as much. They will do occasionally, but not as much. And what I do is I underpaint them. So I put all my darks, as you can see, I've put some dark greys and light greys underneath. Then put some colours on top. And although she looks nice and pristine with the airbrush, and she doesn't look here with it, you can see the paint like marks in it with the brush over the larger surfaces. I don't mind that because it just all adds to like a patina. And I did what I've seen Ilka Kemmel do on his aircraft, and I used it's one of these cheap ones, but these whatever they call them, but the ones, the pencils that mechanical pencils, don't they call them? And I just put that down like the panel lines, and he does it on his aircraft, and it's really good, and it does on these as well. Slightly thinner panel lines here, so you just got to be careful, but you can chamfer the tip of the pencil just to get in if you need to. So that's a top tip from him, and I'm passing it on. So yeah, there we go. I say it's going to take a while. I've had while it was so hot, I was using my time up doing that because it was fairly easy to do, rather than try and paint figures or even do any other scale modelling. So now it's cooling down slightly. I need to get back onto other things. But for once, Gav has actually written down what paint he's using, so that hopefully although I'm not looking for a uniformity, it has to have some uniformity to it. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. Next time I'll do a video on her. She will, what will she be? It'll be the side then, won't? Yeah, because I've more or less done this for now. So I just need to tidy this up more because it's a bit all over the shop. But I'll start on the other side then. So this will be the inside of these two legs and the outside. And yeah, I said to Beetle, it's probably going to take, I said a couple of months. It probably will be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not closer to end of November before she's finally done. Who knows? You know how long it takes me to do things, but or even to stop talking on a video. So yeah, you look after yourselves. And what's coming up? I'm not even sure. What is coming up, Kev? I've got the 6mm Normandy project. I've got some of those almost complete. I've got some Napoleonic Hussars that are just waiting for me to do some tufts tomorrow, and they'll be shown. And there'll be some other bits and pieces along the way. So look after yourselves. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.